welcome to round 3 of Delta Racing League's World Challenge. Tonight we are bringing you action from a very, very wet Hungaroring, hashtag Hungaroring. Our AM drivers are already underway in qualifying. A little bit of a small change. We have a 21 minutes and a 20 minutes, and drivers are now allowed to queue up at the end of pit lane, but the same general structure. We have our AM drivers out first, and then our pro drivers will take the second 10 minutes. Right now, the track isn't too wet, but our AM drivers are, I believe, on their first lap. Right now, we're on with Blizzy Blake in a very pink and silver BMW M4, which is very nice. And I think this is going to be our... No, this will still be an outlap, I think. A little bit ahead of myself. Why don't we hop on board here and stay with this for at least the majority of the lap. Unfortunately, wasn't able to bring you the race last week from Monza, and I glanced at the results, and no one's surprised to see that Jeff Spangler took another win. I don't have the full standings, unfortunately, but that's not necessary because the racing is always hot and heavy here at DRL, and we love it. Ooh, a little bit too heavy on the brakes there in 4, but with this rain, it's gonna just continue to get heavier. Right now, it is light. This might be about the best track conditions we're going to get for the rest of qualifying, because it looks like we're getting some heavier rain in about 10 minutes. But we will see. We'll keep an eye on that for sure. We expect similar conditions for the race, but there's always a chance we could have a dry start or a dry period during the race. Blizzy Blake in the 001 BMW with a pretty tidy lap so far. Let's see what this time is. It's going to be somewhere around a 53, 52.7. And McCullough goes up into P1 at a 51.8. Yeah, I think that this next lap, maybe the one after, I think is going to be the best conditions our drivers are going to get with this amount of cars on track and with the lighter rain, but it's going to continue to pick up. But with the pro drivers, with the heavier rain, and as the cars continue to do laps, it will continue to dry the track out a little bit more. But I don't know if we're going to get a little bit better than this damp track that we have right now. And really, at the moment, we'll hop on with Steve Poe, who is right now 2/10 up on their previous lap, but way off the provisional pole time we have so far. It is continuing to pick up a little bit of time right now, around 6/10, but that's not going to be too bothersome. We thought we have to imagine Steve maybe backed out of their previous lap. As we see that G Yuri, I'm not sure if that is. They went to the top with a 50.9. And McCullough in P2 is picking up some time, about 3/10 up. And yes, Steve Poe, yeah, picking up handfuls of time here through the last few corners. I believe this is going to take Steve to the top. It's going to be very close. Ooh, by 8 thousandths. Wow, that's... couldn't be any closer than that. Unbelievable. We'll hop back with Bacola, who is going into turn 2. In the Fear Nothing Moto McLaren. Now falling off a little bit. Just got drivers bouncing back and forth from red and green, red and green. It's all over the place right now. I think some parts of the track may be wetter than others, and that's kind of affecting the deltas at the moment. But we'll see. Blake is about 0.6 up right now, but 1.8 on their previous lap off the top. But this would be a huge gain in time, and at least 3 positions, I believe, maybe 4. No, just looking at 3 right now. And now G. Yuri, who's in P2 by a razor-thin margin, is a couple tenths up. Is in Sector 2, and it's going through the chicane. Tricky in the dry, even trickier in the wet. And now going into the S's portion, which is totally rhythm-based. You screw up the first part of these, it can just totally throw your entire lap off, and staying pretty clean through here. Lost half a tenth there maybe, but picked that up with a huge exit there. And going into our last few corners is continuing to pick up some time. Very neat and tiny here through the penultimate corner. Almost 0.6 up now. This is going to be a huge lap for Yuri. Going to be close to 7/10 gain. Very good. Oh, I think their tires are maybe overheating a little bit, picking up a little bit of water there on the main straight, going offline. Yellow flag from Nicola there. It must have had an issue. It's a very easy place in the dry to have an issue in the... Oh, no, just backed out a lot. Maybe invalidated and backed out. So let's see who we can pick up with now. Not... Yeah, I think that the rain is really picking up now. Not quite, really, but we don't have... with Travis Holmsworth in the AMG Mercedes. There's a couple tenths up on their previous lap. I don't think we're going to see a change at the top unless someone really pulls something out here. Yeah. Ooh. This rain is, yeah. We're now Troy Guter. Oh, now we picked up a little bit of green. We'll keep an eye on our other drivers, but we'll stay with Troy here, who is just a few turns left on their last lap as we tick down towards 10 minutes. And of course, anyone that crosses the line before the 10-minute mark can complete another flying lap. But if you cross the line under 10 minutes, you are done, and that will signify the beginning of our pro split going out. And yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to be crossing the line, including Troy here. But Troy's about a half a second up. That's going to pick up a couple positions up into P10. Really a big field spread as we see our pro drivers coming out as Troy breaks and ends their lap. We'll up on with Albert Giannia around a 10th up. We have a couple other drivers who are in the green as well. Giannia, it's on a razor's edge from just at 0 to going green. Let's hop on with Jacob Hart. There's a lot of lap left. He was 0.6 up right now. lost a little bit there in the chicane, but still keeping it nice and clean. Yeah, we have a huge spread in our AM split. That is massive. 6.5 tenths from P1 to P2, and yeah, almost 4 seconds for the rest of the AM field. That's a bit surprising, I have to say. As Gia and Mia, who we were keeping tabs on, will hop on board there as they go. Went red, but back into the green. They're going to pick up sometime. I think they're going to get them. They might get themselves a position up in front of McCullough. No, they do not. Jacob Hart here is hunting for at least one, maybe two. Only gets one. Who is in the front of our pro field? I cannot see. Car 257. That is Neil Connor Lewis Hutchinson, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, finished P2 at Monza last weekend. And the 296 Ferrari. Well, let's take an onboard lap with, I'm going to call him Neil Four Names. I don't think that's going to stick. Very committed there through turn 4, and I did invalidate on the exit there. That is such an easy corner to invalidate a lap on. It is very tricky, and I believe McComber was the car behind. Yeah, we'll hop on board with Noah McComber in the Porsche. It'll be interesting to see where our pro split drivers fall in their first laps. The wet tire's probably not fully up to temp yet, but at the end of the lap, maybe they are. Ooh, a little bit of wheel spin there. Very tight in the penultimate corner. Very good exit, and oh, that is no Ford in the front, getting really wide to open up that exit. We'll see. McComber hops up to P2 overall. It's a very good banker lap. Let's see where the rest, and now we have Shadow Ball hops in front of McComber. Monty, as he had told me, I can say his name very graciously because I butchered it in the first race, up to the P5. Carmen P6, Sparrow P7. They're just Spangler somewhere on tracks. Linus on track. These don't know. These are not good laps for them. They must have made mistakes. Hop them back with Hutchinson here. There we go. Yeah, we're still in a little bit of light rain, but I think it's gonna possibly pick up soon. Very good through the S's for Neil there. Don't have a reference. We have Ryan Garrity is almost a second up in P15. That would be a huge gain. Now, once Hutchinson comes to the line, we'll see where they fall in the order. Up to P1. With a 50 flat. It's a very good lap. Not sure where the rest of our front runners were since they didn't seem to really complete their banker lap. We'll hop on with Jeff Spangler. I think this will be the reference that everyone is looking for. Coming to our last few corners here. Must have invalidated that lap. I did not see that as red. Alright, let's hop on with Andrew Sir, who is 6/10 up currently. That would be at least a 3 or 4 position gain. That'd be very good for the program. So tricky and so easy to go out onto the outside curb and validate, but Sear keeps it really clean. Very nice through here. Again, looking about 6/10 up. Looking to get up into the top 10. I believe they are going to get that done. No. Was that validated and I didn't see it? Oh, man. Ross Sparrow's about our only driver on track right now that is tracking in the green. Sear, who we just hopped off of, is as well. I mean, just Spangler is 22 seconds in the green right now, but invalidated. Maybe he's going for last first tonight, I'm not sure. Maybe just a really bad qualifying. I don't know. Back on with Sir, who is about halfway point of the lap, roughly 5/10 up again. Just Spangler's invalidated again, and he's pulled off. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if that was very bad qualifying. And it's looking like No Four Names is going to be our pole sitter. As we have now gotten into a little bit heavier rain. Sear is about our last driver really in the green, moves it to P11. We'll hop back on board with Ross Sparrow, who's in the very oh, look at the wrong thing. In turn 2, very early in the lap. Very clean for turn 4. Still around 2.5 tenths up. This would be any gain at all. We'll at least get one position because Sparrow and McComber have identical lap times at the moment. But even from car to Sparrow is 27 thousandths. So even the slightest gain right now could get Ross Sparrow 2 positions. And Martinez on P9 is picking up time in the number 14 McLaren. Sparrow, it's not gaining, but picking up some in this corner here, but no, it's... I believe that's where Ross Sparrow's going to stay. We'll hop on board with Martinez here. Who I believe will be our last driver to cross the line, number 99. I'm not sure. Are they on a lap? No, they have finished. So this will be our last driver to cross the line, around 6/10 up. There'll be quite a few positions, 7/10 now. Remember, if you've just joined us, a little bit heavier rain than our earlier qualifiers had. I think this will jump Martinez up to around P15. It does. An interesting qualifying. Our pro drivers likely got the short end of the stick there as far as the weather goes, but for the most part mix it up. But yeah, some surprises all around. We'll see how that shakes out during the race. As we take our grid walk and look at our, as always, amazing liveries that we have here. Hutchinson P1, Yuri P2, Jedabal P3, Car P4. That's the second row lockout for the Fear Nothing Moto McLarens. Macomber P5, Sparrow P6. Poe P7, Monty P8, and the Lightning McQueen livery. Very, very nice. Love to see it. Another Fear Nothing Moto. Love to see it. All over the grid. Don't mind it. Oh, the you love to see it. The Dunkin' Donuts livery of Ryan Garrity. Very beautiful. Ooh. Love that livery. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. It looks like we're going to start the race out with some light rain, at least keep that way for the first half of the race. As always, we do have one pit stop with a tire change required. So our drivers will be stationary for 30 seconds. As we look like we are going to get going here in a second, in about 15 seconds. Doesn't look like light rain. That looks a little bit heavier than that, I'd say. And we are away for the formation. Yeah, the track seems very wet at the moment. No dry line at all, as you would expect as we forward in the weekend. Take another run through the field. I'm going to try to show off their amazing liveries one more time. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how our drivers handle the race this evening. As I did mention before, it doesn't look like we're going to have a huge change in the rain level. I think the way these wet tires hold up, we could maybe see some earlier pits than we would normally expect. But that also depends on how the weather maybe develops, as we could quite possibly see a dry stint at the end. Doesn't seem likely, but it is definitely possible. We haven't quite formed up too wide, and I believe we've gotten the call. Nope, not quite. Still not quite. Now our drivers got called to line up too wide, as we will go to the start-finish line. I have to say, Hutchinson is in the best position on the start, but also with a disadvantage with that Ferrari 296 that does see a big bit of turbo lag off the line. You have to think the McLarens in second, third, and fourth are gonna get a better jump, but we will see as we are about to go green. There we go. It's a good start from Hutchinson. With the preferred line on the inside, yeah, it should be very well clear, but Yuri could maybe go around the outside and hang it around there. No, not enough there. And Yuri will be under threat from Jadu Ball going into turn 2. And Jadu Ball will have it. Well done by Jadu Ball to get that position there. And I believe that was Carr maybe lost a position. So we're going in the back of, further back in the field. We're looking very clean. Very well behaved by everyone. Yeah, and Hutchinson's broke away a little bit. 6/10 already. We're all over the back of Yuri as well. We have a yellow there for Fulcher. We're going to run that back. Oh, just got tagged behind from someone and then got into the side of that Aston. I'm not sure who tagged Fulcher there. Did not get a very good look at the car at all. Very unfortunate way to start this race. This race that was so clean up until that point. Pop back on with McComber, who also has car right on the back of them. I think McComber has a bit of a run going in turn 1. No. Yuri covers that off well. Move a bit further back in the field. We have a yellow for Martinez. Oh no. Looked like that was after turn 1. I'm not sure if that was on their own or if someone else got there. Oh, just got out onto the AstroTurf and spun that rear left tire and out into the barrier. So easy to do here. Not just in that corner, in many other corners as well. Stay focused right now on this battle for P3, which has Yuri leading the Comer, leading Car, and they're within a second of each other. Yuri really has stabilized after losing that position there on the start to Jadubal. Yeah, Hutchison and Jadubal were streaking out a little bit. Hutchison, around 2 seconds over Jadubal already. That is a pretty decent clip to put up in 2 laps. And we'll have to keep a little bit of an eye on Jeff Spengler, who started all the way towards the back, up at P16 already, surging through the field. Macomber still not close enough in turn 1 to go for a move. I mean, this entire train from Yuri back to Serum. Oh, there goes Macomber down the inside. Oh, they get it slowed down. Ooh, a little bit of a door bang, but nothing to worry about. Well done. I want to roll that back and look at that again. That was well done by Macomber to move up into P3. Very nice pass. And this isn't over. Yuri's not giving up there. We'll hop back a little bit that train to Russ Spare, who is 3 or 4 tenths behind Steve Poe. Got another yellow out the back for Kucher. I think. Ooh, almost got rear-ended there. That is a strange one. I'm not sure if they maybe had some hardware issues there. Now here we go, just about up to P14, trying to get Lindner ahead. Well, they're going to be too far back here to really have a chance. As Monty and Nicola up in P9, they swapped positions a couple times there. Monty, oh, that was a late lunge into turn 1. Yeah, McCullen not happy about that on the flashes afterwards. I gotta say I don't blame him. Yeah, and McCullough's back through. I don't know if Monty let them back. 4 or 5 big drivers up. We'll hop back up with Carr in P5 all over the back of Yuri now. And this would be for the lead of the AM field. So Yuri's not going to give this one up easily, I would imagine. Car's going to need a good exit here, and I think they might have it. Not quite there. Oh, but goes to the inside under braking. Oh, that was ballsy and gets it done. Oh, very nicely done by Carr there. I didn't think they had a chance at all, and I think that's... Oh, I think Poe had a sniff on the inside, and maybe on the Exodus, maybe. No, as the inside turns into the outside into turn 3. Muriel survived there, at least for now. And I think Monty and Nicole have mixed it up again. Oh, a huge door bang in turn 2. Oh, man. Ooh. Hey, Monty goes way wide. We're going to have to keep an eye on these two. Oh. And I believe as we were watching that replay back, oh, Monty went off track and rejoined. Oh, with that small clip at the beginning, that looked like it was maybe unsafe. I'm not 100% sure there. That does end that battle between those two drivers. And Spangler still stuck behind Leonard. Whoa, Monty! I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they missed their braking. Oh, man. Yeah, I think just missed their brake point. Jeff Spangler seemed to spot that and avoid it, but I think maybe lost position there. Yeah, lost position to Ruotsalainen. I think that's how you say that. Now we'll hop back up on this battle between McCullough, Sir, and Garrity, who are all within about 0.8 of a second of each other. Ooh, McCullough took a lot of curb there. Not gonna hurt him though. Oh! Sir was all over the back of McCullough there. And still keeping her eye at the front, Hutchinson. The gap is seeming to stabilize at around 2.4. It was 2 after the first 2 laps, so Shadow Ball staying right on Hutchinson. And Ross Sparrow is going to get the inside onto Poe. Oh, I think they're going to take that too wide through there. They're going to continue this battle. Oh, goodness. Great driving by both drivers. Garrity's going to have a run on Sear here for P10. Maybe not. No, Garrity does not go for it and stays in line. So we're starting to get a pretty decent field spread. Poe must have had an issue here coming out of turn 2. Whoa, that was a wild one, and that let Sparrow through for P6. Roll this back. I think Ruotsalainen maybe made contact with Lindner there. Let's see. Oh no, just got tagged by Jeff Spangler there. I think with that close driving, I don't know how I could apportion that one. I need to see that in quite a few different angles, but very unfortunate for this line in there. I don't think we're going to see any action in turn one there. We're going to go back towards the field, and Jake's on Lindner, and Jake's in that Nissan that's so strong on a straight line, but not able to get by there. This Woods line got by Giannia. I believe that'll be, yep, that will be in turn one. Very well judged. Yeah, we'll hop back with Ross Sparrow, who is down over the back of Yuri for P4. Let's see what Ross Sparrow can do here. Bit. We have a yellow flag for Blake. We'll run that back and see what happened there. Oh, just got those left tires on the AstroTurf. I don't think that'll be too much damage at all for Blake there. Sir McCullough, Sir and Garrity. 3 McLarens all in a row. None being bothered in turn one. Still on the back of Yuri, very much so in the first sector of the lap. I think Ross is just going to need to stick it this close coming out of the last corner and get a much better exit, or at least a little better of an exit. Bit. Oh, we have a yellow from McCullough. See what happened there. I'm not sure if they even lost any positions. Oh, just a little bit on the curb with a huge drift. And I believe that was Sir that snuck through, but Garrity did not. Now Gary all over the rear wing of McCullough. I think McCullough had the better exit out of the last corner there. And Sparrow gets by Yuri. We're going to have to take a look at that into turn one. Oh, very textbook. Just had the better run and got onto the inside and gets the car slowed down very well. Well done by Ross Sparrow. Yeah, Squatchmonger, if you have just tuned in, Jeff either tanked qualifying on purpose or had bad qualifying and started almost last and has not been able to get by Lindner. It's been quite a few laps. Lindner holding Spangler behind. It looks like just had a moment there because it showed Spangler ahead for a second. I think we might have missed that. It was maybe in turn 2 there. Yeah, I think we missed that on the replay. We'll get back with... Oh, McCall with a drive-through. That could only be for track limits. We're not even 20 minutes into the race yet. This track is very easy to pick up those track cuts on, but 4 in less than 20 minutes, that's rough. It's gotta be a tough pill to swallow this early in the race. Oh, yeah, and McCullough does go in to serve that penalty. And Garrity moves up into P9. I believe a drive-through is about a 30-second loss. Because a full stop is around a minute here at Hungaroring. Hashtag Hungaroring. I think, oops, well, there goes Linder. That pesky AstroTurf catching someone else out. And now Spangler's up into P10. About a little over a second and a half behind Garrity. And the lead at the front, it's still hanging around 2.8. It's under 3. It's pretty stable, but yeah, Jaggerball not able to chip into that gap of no 4 names at all. Wapo Monte here. Whoa, that was... Lamborghini Giannina was off track, it looked like. Oh, took too much curb there on the inside. And yeah, had to defer to the cars that were on track. Very smart move to not rejoin there, because that could have been bad. Yeah, no, Sean Connor in the 55 Ferrari, who had a pit lane start this evening, is up into P14, really making their way through the field. But I think they're going to have their handful. Monty here, who has had their elbows out all night. We might see Connor with the better exit here out of the last corner. We'll see if we can get this down. Braking Connor's going to be on the better line. He's going to hang it around the outside, but goes too wide and catches that AstroTurf and loses a little bit of momentum there. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Spangler all over the back of Garrity here. Not making too much of an impression. We'll check on with Jacob Hart, who is behind Blizzy Blake. See if Hart can work some magic here to get around the number 1 BMW. As I say that Connor got past Monty, we'll catch that on the replay. Oh, that almost. Oh, and a door bang. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that second part of the chicane almost looked like it was a cut. Plus the door bang. Wow, yeah. Hungaroring's not the easiest place to pass, and that is our race leader Hutchinson. It's in the pits. That is a little early. And Jadubal takes over the lead. This will be interesting to see where Hutchison falls in the order now. Still sitting still in their pit box. As Monty gets by Giannia. Yeah, that's strange to see the race leader go in to be the first person to pit. They are out now, and I think they maybe spied a really good bit of tracking. Yeah, I think that is what happened, is they spotted this huge gap on the track between Hollingsworth and McCullough to pit into. That was maybe a very good call to make. As we took our eye away from that, we have Spangler now is up in the P8. And Marissa Lyman's recovered up in the P9 back behind Spangler. We'll see how those two drivers continue to move up the field as they're in a bit of clean air at this point. We're pretty spread here. This is our closest battle at the moment, with Giannia trying to chase down Monty in front. Well, I believe Monty just passed Giannia on the lap before. Ooh, a lot of wheel spin there. Yeah, it cost him a couple tenths. These gaps really spread out. We'll stay here. Even though Giannia is not really making an impression on Monty at the moment. And I didn't quite capture that gap at the front from Hutchinson to Chatterball. It had been a little under 3 seconds. And so we're probably looking at it's about a minute for the stop. I don't know if Hutchinson had a slow stop or my information is fully correct. But right now the gap is 55 seconds. But I think Hutchinson is maybe going to catch the back of McCullough here on this lap. We'll hop on with Steve Poe chasing down Yuri, who is still holding strong. Start in P2. Oh, nope, that was Monty going in for their pit stop. Let's hop on board with Neil Fournames, aka Hutchinson. They're really on the back of McCullough. I think that early pit, unless it was forced for some reason, I don't know why. What could have possibly forced it, but if they're going to get caught up in this traffic, that could be a very big misstep for the lead of this race. The gap is now looking like 54 seconds to the lead, so yeah, I don't know. Actually, the last lap was a 50.7. Jaduball's last stop was a 51.3. I don't know if the difference came in the pit stop itself. Oh, that looks like Fulcher facing the wrong way. Just the... Didn't look like too much curb or any curb on the outside. Oh! Whoa! Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to roll that back just to look at that again. I don't know if there was contact before that. Almost spin by McCullough, and I think there was. I think there was a... Yep, there was a small tap on the right rear there, and McCullough's not happy, understandably. And now we have Giannia going into the pits. And did McCullough follow in as well? McCullough did follow. Well, not really follow. They weren't that close on track. Now we're seeing the field now start to bunch up a little bit as Yuri in P5 has Poe 2 tenths behind, Sir 3 tenths behind that, and Spangler 7 tenths behind that. We're going to have a four-way fight for P5 here in a second, potentially. And we have, I mean, there is a snake of cars back there as well. Gotta wonder if any of these drivers are thinking, I'm going to pit if the car in front doesn't. I think we just missed the swaps. No? Oh, Garrity must have been off and Linder sneaks through. Okay, let's get us back to this fight. And Poe pitted, but was not in that train, I don't believe. Maybe it was. Oh no, I'm losing it. No, because all those cars behind picked up position, so no. This is the on-track battle at the moment. Yuri is got a bit of a buffer to Sir, but Sir has Spangler all over their rear wing. A little wiggle there. Spangler drops back by a tenth or two there. And by me looking at lap times, Hutchinson... Oh, Jaduball pits. That's why that got a little wonky. Jaduball pits from the lead. Car pits as well from, I believe, P3. And we're going to have to keep an eye on where Jaduball comes out in relation to Hutchinson. So that will be for our net lead of the race. Trying to spot where Hutchinson is on track. I believe in the penultimate corner, in the last corner. And Jaduball is moving down the pit lane. Spangler pitted, Linder pitted. I believe Hutchinson's going to be well clear. Oh, very well clear. Not even close. So that early pit by Hutchinson has worked out incredibly well. Over 5 second gap to Jadubal in net P1 and net P2. Let's get back on with some action with Sir all over the back of Yuri. Well, someone from this has got to pit, whether it's Sir Ruotsalainen, and someone has to pit out of this, I would imagine. And who's gonna go? No, none of them are. That's very surprising. We can see on the weather we're not going to go dry. Maybe they're going to wait for a little bit heavier rain to see how the track evolves. I'm not sure. Now we have McComber in the pits, who was in the lead. Ooh, Spangler came out of the pits behind Hollingsworth and Campbell, who have not pitted, but not too close at the moment, but a fair ways off Jadubal. I think McComer's probably going to come out in that gap between Spangler and Jadubal, I would imagine. I think that's... I can't remember what car Jadubal is in. Jadubal is in the McLaren. That was not a McLaren. Help me how here. So yeah, Comer comes up behind Jadubal in front of Spangler. And Carr, more importantly. Carr comes up in front of Carr. We'll get back up with this fight for the current P2 with Yuri Ruotsalainen and Sir, and I mean, come on guys, you gotta pit. And Monty, I think, got it stopped perfectly in time and slipped through. That was Morgan, and Jake's also slipped through as well on Morgan. And then we have Hollingsworth, Campbell, and Hart are in the pits. And Sparrow and Yuri from further up the grid. Sparrow had been in the lead. Yuri was in P4. And that puts Ruotsalainen in the current lead, but Hutchinson will blast by all of them. Okay, that is a lapped car behind Hutchinson, and Hollingsworth has a stop and go 30. Hate to see that from 20th position after they come out of the pits. That is a killer. That will send them effectively to the rear of the grid, unfortunately. So, as far as the front positions, we have Ruotsalainen and Sir, who have not pitted, but we have Hutchinson, who will be our leader when everyone has pitted, followed by Jadubal, McComber, Sparrow, Carr, Sparrow, Yuri, and Spangler. I have to tell you, Jadubal ate into that lead of Hutchinson by a lot. It was about 5 seconds after Jadubal pitted. We're about 3.6. And on the last lap, Jadubal picked up about a second. And Jadubal's getting on the flashers for car 79 saying, please let me through, please let me through. I need through, and Campbell obliges. Very, very nice of them. I don't think this fight for the lead is over. I think, I don't know if it's maybe the tire pressures or maybe with as the rain is now is going to pick up, maybe picked up. Jada Ball's maybe coming alive a little bit in this race. But no, Hutchinson, no. Jada Ball picked up another couple tenths on that lap. Just got skewed a little bit by the traffic at the end there for Jada Ball. So, and there goes Sir into the pits. So Ruotsalainen and Morgan are our last drivers who have not pitted. I'm fairly certain. Let me double check that. That is correct. Let's hop on board here with Yuri, who now finally at some point in the race is chasing and not being chased, who is on the back of Sir. No, the timing tree shows Spangler there. It got corrected. And Morgan picks up a drive-through before they've picked up their pit. Oh, that is a big off-track. Oh, and Sir, I think they were trying to avoid the drive-through there by slowing down, braking in. Not at turn 4. Once you're off, you are off, and you're getting dinged with it. That is very unfortunate for Sir, who is on for a very, very good top 10 here tonight. Wop on board Nicole, who cycled down. I know it's been in the thick of the fight tonight, and I think taking at least a couple door bangs. But see them down in 17th. I think maybe something. Oh, took too much outside curb there and some grass. Oh my goodness, and held it and did not hit Blake. We're gonna roll that back for sure. That was one of the best saves I've ever seen. That was incredible. That was incredible. You could see them dip the right tires, not even onto the curb, but onto the grass before the curb. And that just shot them to the left, and then on the grass some more. That, I mean, whew. Very well done, Tyler. Just saw. Okay, that was Ruotsalainen coming out of the pits, so that is. I'm sorry, we're watching replay. So, in driving the pits, I saw positions being swapped and clicked. Yeah, I believe Blake, who got the drive-through, will still have to serve their pit stop. Or no, not Blake, Morgan, sorry. That was Morgan and the 42 McLaren who had the drive-through will still have to serve a stop. Now Steve Poe is maybe trying to line up on Ruotsalainen. I mean, the front of our field is very spread out, except for the Comer in P3 and Carr in P4. They're at about around a second. We'll keep an eye on that, as well as the gap for the lead, which is hovering around 2.5 seconds. And Lindner picks up a drive-through for P11. Oh, man. This could be the story of the rest of the races, who can avoid getting a drive-through here, as we are just under 18 minutes. Man, this felt like 5 minutes ago we were at the 40-minute mark. Yeah, we'll hop on board with Andrew Sir, who I feel like we've been following on all night, but again, another driver that has just been in the thick of it. And Leonard does pit right away to take their drive through. That'll drop them a decent bit down, but I think they'll stay around the top 15. I'm not sure who that was that came out of the pits. I think that must have been Morgan serving their pit stop. Now Carr is brought the gap down to Macomber ahead. It is under a second. I wish we could picture in picture. Keep an eye on Circus. They're a little bit closer. And we know turn 4 is a trouble spot. Giannia is all over it. And the gap at the front is now down to 1.4 seconds. Oh, we might be on for a fight for the win. Oh, Sir with a much better exit. Sir goes wide there. But Sir's able to hold it on the inside line and gets it slowed down. Don't go too wide. Very well done by Giannia. And Ruotsalainen in P8 has picked up the fastest lap of the race, as they're now all over the back of Yuri, a 49.9. It's 0.2 better than the previous fastest lap. Ruotsalainen is on fire. But with Yuri in front, he's going to have to try and make quick work. But even then, it's a huge gap to Spangler ahead. And now we're going to the front, folks. Jadu Ball has it under a second to Hutchinson. Is Hutchinson's early pit going to come back to haunt them? As the track is now wetter than it was damp around when most people pitted. Did Jadubal factor in the heavier rain and the wetter track? We're going to find out. And they had, oh no, they weren't identical lap times. It was so close. A fifth, not so close, so close for dyslexic folks. A 51.807 to a 51.087. That's a yellow flag for Sear. Into the barrier, maybe. I think that was out of the chicane into the left after that, and then into the S's. I think you're gonna get too far out wide onto that dreaded AstroTurf. Let's get us back to the front. And the podium is not done. Carr is half a second behind Macomber. We're going to shoot there for a second. We're going to be shooting all over the place. And Ruotsalainen got by Yuri. Gosh, we got to watch that into turn 1. Oh, Ruotsalainen had it done almost before the braking. Very well done. That's a yellow for Steve Pope. We're going to have to check that out. That's going to be all on their lonesome. The rain really looks like it has picked up. Not sure why that was yellow. Very wide from Hutchison there. Seems to gather it and get a good exit. Yeah, Jedaball's not going to pick up too much here on the straight. I gotta say, Jadubal is really keeping it much tighter, much cleaner through the corners, but in this situation, you want to be the lead car. There's no spray. Ooh, a little bit of a drift there out of 2. A little bit of drift out of 3. I don't know if that's drifts or just Hutchison using the slip angle there, but and that's hard down on P22 with the drive-thru, and I think they are serving it. I gotta say, unless something happens, this is where we're staying for a while, folks. Oh! Hutchison cut the chicane and gives the position up. They gave the position up. That was, I think, the correct and sporting thing to do there. Yeah, they cut the whole second part of that chicane. I think that was the right move. You don't love to see the lead change that way. Oh, and they got a drive-through as well. Oh no! Hutchison, who has led this, they haven't led all the laps, but they pitted early, and now they have to serve a drive-through, and they're going to drop down. They're going to come out right around Ruotsalainen in P7. It's going to be very close there. Let's check in on Monty in the Rest Ease car, who is trying again to chase down Giannia. Jado Ball goes P1, McComber P3, car in McComber P2, car in P3 in the Amfield. That is, I don't know what the AM standings are looking at so far through 2 races, but this would be huge for Carr in that fight. And here comes Hutchinson. That is not 4 position behind, and does come out in P6 in front of Ruotsalainen. Oh, man. You just hate to see that. I think we were going to have a really, really titanic battle on for the lead there. And just giving the position up wasn't going to be bad, but, I mean, the drive-thru obviously killed it. Let's hop back in the field with Sean Connor all over the back of Fulcher. Oh, and I think Connor's going to slip through. Just so much more momentum through the... Oh, I think Fulcher was... I want to see if we can get that from on board. No, we can't. I think Fulcher was just turned in too early there. Yeah, turned in too early. Oh, kept it... Nudged the barrier. Now Campbell is going to be on the back of Fulcher as well. Bad goes to worse. Yeah, we're not looking at a lot of battles. We'll hop on with Monty here, who's not too close to Giannia. You know, we'll hop on with Garrity, who is absolutely chasing down Steve Poe in the Dun King's livery. We'll just hop out for the onboard so we can all bask in this livery. I don't know what just happened to Hutchinson. Hutchinson is gone. Hutchinson is off of the timing tree. It is off of race control. I don't know if they disconnected, hardware failure. Yeah, you hate to see it. And again, this... Oh, no. Monty on Giannia. Giannia. I think we'll roll this back after we check the exit here to make sure... Oh, we're going to stay here for a second. Oh, nope, we won't check it. She didn't look like a tank slapper. Oh, are they going to stick it? Nope, they do back out. And that is Monty through up into P10. And Sir might slip through there as well. Opportunistic in turn 5, and they do. And that's Giannino down one more position. I think this heavy rain is maybe starting to catch some folks out. Not heavier rain. Yeah, we'll hop back with Gary on Poe as the gap is yo-yoing a bit, and Gary goes a little bit too wide, but I think gathers that up for a really good exit. Lost a 10 to 2 there, but no, we're back with Sir on Monty. Oh, they have to be so patient on the throttle. It's so wet. Yeah, not going to get too close through here. Both keep it very close. Oh, Monty with a huge slide on the exit there. Oh, and Sir has the better exit and is on the inside, but Monty's going to be braking on the dry line. Yeah, and Sir had to just brake that little bit earlier there. That offline looks treacherous. Tell you what, we might have a fight here in the last 5 minutes. Spangler is starting closing on Sparrow, not by a huge amount. The last lap wasn't huge, but before that we've seen some bigger gaps. So it's around 2 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that, but we'll stay here. And also with Sir and Monty, they can't get away from each other. I thought Sir broke too late there, but they got it stopped. They are desperate to get by Monty. They want that top 10. I think Sir's going to have the run in turn 1. They're going to be braking on the better line. Ooh. Oh, but they cut it back. They cut it back. Sir cuts it back. And they're going to have it done. That was very nicely done. I think we need to look at that. Oh, man. Once you just go that little bit wide, it just... Oh, it's so wet offline. That was a good defense by Monty there until they just got a little bit too far out onto the wet. Now we'll get back with Garrity on Poe. Dunkin' Donuts versus Ray-Bans, McLaren versus Ferrari. I wish there were comparable brands to put up against each other, but there aren't. I love Dunkin' Donuts. I love Ray-Bans. They're both awesome. I don't think we're ticking down under 3 minutes. And we have 2, maybe 3 laps left, depending on where Jitterball. I think we're going to have this one plus 1 more. Oh, Poe goes wide. Gary's good on the inside and powers through. and they're gonna have it done. I guess that answers the question. It's done, Kings. And we're right back to Giannia and Monty. And Spangler is creeping up on the Sparrow for P4, but not by a lot. Oh, Monty goes wide and Giannia's gonna sneak through. Let's run that back again. I was looking away. Yeah, Monty just big slide mid-corner there. And that's all it took. And Garrity's not getting away from Poe. I don't think this one's over. Oh, that was close. I think Monty just got by Giannia. Oh, man. Take our eye off him for 5 seconds. Was that Giannia? Must have had a bobble somewhere through the chicane. Too far back for a move. And this will be our last lap of the race, as our leader, Timothy Jettleball, is not even into the third sector yet. So this will be the checkered flag when they cross the line. And Spangler has caught the back of Sparrow. We'll hop there. I don't think there's going to be enough corners left for Spangler to get up into that P4 position. No, it's going to take a Sparrow mistake. We're keeping an eye on Poe and Garrity. Poe has it down to about 0.4. Sparrow is going to be safe, and Jadu Ball across the line with the win. Very well done by them. Macomber P2, car in the Anfield going P3 overall. That is fantastic. Sparrow P4, Spangler P5, Ruslan P6, not quite cross the line. They're going to go now. And Poe and Gary, this isn't over. We're going to watch this until the bitter end. And I don't think there's nothing doing there in that last corner. Yeah, Yuri P7, Gary P8, Poe P9. And I believe that will be Sir P10. I believe that would be a lap car behind them. That is correct. And then Monty and Giannia, Lindner, and Jakes behind them. And we've had the lap cars have already crossed the line. Whew. I'm exhausted. Joel. That was another fantastic race in this fantastic series. And again, because they were nice enough not to jump out right away, Jettleball P1, Macomber P2, Carr P3, Sparrow P4, Spangler P5, Solana P6, Yuri P7. Some left. These aren't correct because Gary was not P8. I don't believe some people left. I know we got the top 6 nailed in correctly. You hate to see that for, oh my goodness, Hutchinson, that he was just had a commanding lead of this race, and that unfortunate drive-through sent them back. But yes, another awesome race. I don't know why I would spend my Sunday nights doing anything else but calling these races, watching these races. these are fantastic. I believe, and Ryan's going to yell at me if I'm wrong, but I believe we have a break next week, and then we come back in 2 weeks for round 4, and then we will have no breaks for rounds 4, 5, and 6 to the end of the championship. I, for one, am thrilled to see where our championship points are going to fall after this race. I think it's going to be closer than we might think. I don't remember. I will pull up where this next race is going to be, because I should have had that at the ready, because that is my job. I don't get paid, but it's my job. We have Imola round 4, Red Bull Ring round 5, Donington round 6. So we will have Imola. Again, if I'm correct, it will be in 2 weeks' time. If I'm not correct, it's next week, which is better for all of us. So, I hope you all have a very good night. If you partake, have a very nice Easter Sunday. And we will talk to you again in either 7 or 14 days with another fantastic race of Delta Racing League.